Okay, so we are going to be just talking about some ways to market yourself since we're all independent contractors here. And I'm just going to start with Pinterest because that's kind of how the whole thing got started. So I'm just going to share my screen here and show y'all what the Pinterest board is that I made and kind of how it works and everything. So let me share that. And there we go. All right, so this right here is just kind of what the board looks like. So you can see there's 14 sections, 186 bins, and 862 followers so far. And then there's 44 teachers that are on here posting. So this is kind of what all the pins look like. So, people wonder, how do you use Pinterest? Well, people just go on Pinterest. Pinterest is a really, really big driver of just web pages. So I use Canva to make mine.
Mhm.
And so a lot of these are mine. Some of these are other people's. You can see the ones that are more have the more professional are going to get more attention. So that's why I was just saying, like, go on Canva and do it if you can. I'm going to show you guys Canva too. But basically, when you use the hashtags or even the titles of your classes, when people are on Pinterest, they can find it. And this is just kind of an example. I just went on Pinterest and searched Outschool classes, and you can see, like, there's a lot of stuff that comes up, but then as you keep going in, like, your classes could come up and that sort of thing. So Pinterest is just a really good way just to drive traffic to places, and so many people use Pinterest. And you could probably tell, even I haven't even done this that long ago, and it's already got 800 and some followers. So that's pretty neat. Did you guys have any specific questions about Pinterest? And I'm going to show y'all how to do a pin here in a minute.
I
So
have just like a general question about, um, like you mentioned, like use the hashtags and
right,
everything. Like, how do you know what hashtags are out there? Do I make up my own?
right.
I'm not social media savvy.
Okay, all right, yeah, so that's a great question. So hashtags are, like, honestly the number one thing that you can do to get found. And that goes for if you have a personal blog, if you're on Instagram trying to build your followers, like, use hashtags. So there's a few ways to do it. There's actually a website, and I cannot remember what it's called, but I will post it, where it generates hashtags for you, like trending hashtags based
Oh,
on whatever is the most popular, and it does change. There is an app. Let me show you. I can just hold my phone up, I think, and show you this. um, there is an app. Where is it? Hang on a second. Oh, I have it on here somewhere, I promise. Well, there's an app. It's called, like, Hash Me, and I think I probably deleted it. Oh, no, hang on, here we go. Hash Me. So it looks like this, and you just type in whatever you're talking about, so like homeschooling, unschooling, whatever, and it generates trending hashtags. And
okay.
people use these. I've noticed, like, I used to try to build up I had a personal blog that I would do. I still have, but I would find when I use those trending hashtags, and some of them are off the wall. Like, I had kind of like a motherhood type blog, and I would use
Uh-huh.
live the little things, and what was another one? Just things like that that you wouldn't think of, but like
Yeah.
everybody's using. So
Okay.
I would suggest doing something like that to find the hashtags, but definitely use them, because that is how people, like, if you're not found, like, people don't know you, they're not already following you, that's how they're gonna follow you. And
Okay.
especially on Instagram, like, I don't know how much you guys are on Instagram, but you can follow hashtags now, and they will come up in your feed. And so that's like a really big trending thing. So definitely use hashtags. You can use up to 30. I think I use like 5. I use
Mhm.
kind of the basic ones right now, because I'm not like full blown into this at this point. I'm trying to step up my marketing game again, but I kind of use unschooling, homeschoolers, like online education. I always do Outschool. But yeah,
Mhm.
there's apps and websites that will help you definitely with
So
that.
do you put them like directly in the description, or where do you put them on the? the the
Yeah,
pin?
so depending on the social media avenue that you're talking about, it depends on where it goes. Like if you put a YouTube video on, there's a place for
Mhm.
hashtags.
Okay.
If you're doing a blog post, there's a place specific for hashtags. On Instagram, you pretty much do it after whatever your caption is. Then you
Okay.
just write down your hashtags. And on Facebook, it's the same way. Now, if you upload a video onto like a Facebook page, like a business page, there is a spot for tags.
Okay.
They don't always call it hashtags, they just call it tags, but it's the same thing. And if you're having a problem putting it in, this is just a little side note, like you type it out and then use a comma. And you don't always even put the hashtags. If it's a field that's for that, a comma
Okay.
is what will separate the hashtags.
Okay.
So they're kind of different. Like on YouTube, they're not all one word with the hashtag. They'll just be,
Hmm.
write it as normal. Like if it's 2 words, write it as 2 words and then comma. So you kind
Okay.
of, it's kind of a learning game.
Yeah.
For Pinterest, I do it in the description as well after the
Okay.
fact. And but they when you actually use the little hashtag symbol, but I'll show you guys. Actually, let me go ahead and show you that right now
Yeah.
while I have that up. Okay, so this will be just how to create a pen. Hold on, let me move myself because it's right here. So when you go to my board, this is my board that you guys are seeing. If you're pinning on mine, if you're pinning on your own, it'll be the same thing, but you'll be on a different board. So there's like a red circle here with the white plus, and you push that, and you'll do create pin. And then, oh, hold on, I didn't get, let me get a picture real quick. Let's see, I'll just do this one again.
So I have a question while you're doing that. So I created a Pinterest board too after because I had watched something you had done some time ago.
Uh-huh.
I did it as well. I don't have near the followers you do, but I haven't been posting on it, but I didn't know that people could post. Is there something specific, I guess, that you allow people to post on yours?
Yes. I had to invite, you have to, I'll show you that in just a minute, how to invite people to yours. And the link, I just posted the link right into the Facebook group, and that's how all the teachers that are on there have gotten on there. So to do the pen, like, I don't know, like you drag, I don't know if you saw that I did that, but I just dragged and dropped a picture. This is a picture that I created, an image that I created on Canva, and I'll show you Canva in a minute. And so then you just do your title, and I really shouldn't have even picked this because I'm not even running this class at the moment, but this was one of my classes that I was running. And so I just put the title the same as my class because the more cohesive, the better. It just makes it one nice little package that you're advertising to people. And then usually, well, hold on, let me go to this real quick. What I'll do is I will copy and paste. I should have had this set up, but I didn't. Hang on a second. I'll just copy and paste my description. Oh, I don't even have this class. Hang on. Sort of do. It's not listed yet. Nope, I don't even think I have it. No, yeah, we do. All right. That'll be fun. I'm just creating a fake one right now. But okay, so I just copy and paste what I had on there, and then I'm just going to put the hashtags here. So I'll do Outschool, unschooling, just like that, and then homeschool. And then once you actually post it, it will show up as like a clickable hashtag or a
Okay.
findable hashtag. And so then you just click whatever board you want, and I want Outschool classes, which and let's see. Then you can see as you go down, you can pick the section. And actually, I didn't even create all these sections. The teachers have been doing this. So sometimes I'm like looking like, oh, I've never seen that one before. And then you just do publish, and then there it is. And so then you can see it if you want to, just to make sure you like it. And that's what it's going to look like. So that is kind of how you create one. And then there was something else I just said I was going to show you. How to invite. Yes. Okay. So let me go back now to my board. Oh, there it was. Okay, so see up here where it says invite. You can either invite specific people or you can just copy the link. And that's what I did. I just copied the link and I put it into the teachers group. And then when you are, if you want to join it, you just click the link and it takes you to Pinterest and asks you, it's like, do you want to accept this invitation or whatever? So that's
So,
how.
so when people start posting on under your board,
Mm-hmm.
so it's all subject. I was just thinking, like, does that take away from you?
No, well, I mean,
Or does it bring
no.
more graphic because it's just different subjects?
It's different subjects, and I'm kind of just I'm looking at the whole thing with marketing with Outschool as not a competition, but
Yeah.
as we're helping each other. So
Right.
I
Yeah.
just feel like the more people I can get to Outschool in any capacity, the better.
Yeah.
And so, if somebody
Oh,
comes to this
sure.
board and they're like, oh, there's, how
Yeah.
many pins are here? There's 187 pins. Wow, Outschool's got a ton of classes. Let me go check this out. That's kind of like the way I'm looking at it. So
I wasn't sure if it was the same all psychology. I didn't know if they could do different subjects. So.
No, yeah. So we've got world studies, social clubs, art, language, reading, writing, preschool, history. Yes, it's just everybody. And then down here is a bunch that haven't been categorized because when I first did the board, I didn't know how it was going to go. So I didn't have it set up under categories, and that's kind of evolved just over time. So you don't even have to categorize it if you don't want to. I really don't know that having it in a category is going to make it that much easier to find or not. So, either way, if you just post it down here, the point is you're getting it on Pinterest, and I'm not hoping that people find it just from this board. I'm hoping that it gets repinned and it gets shared and it gets popular. I have a couple pins that were just really random. Hold on, let me take you to my little profile here and I'll show y'all. So right here it says I've got like 184 thousand monthly viewers. And so it's just not all of these are mine, but a lot of them are. And then a lot of mine have been repinned, thousands and thousands of times. So I'm hoping at least one pin that we get going here, will pick up that steam. Because it's funny, once something starts rolling, it just keeps going and keeps going because more people find it and then more people pin it. And so it's really neat. So, I mean, if we can get one pin like that going, that would be awesome because then, it would drive a lot of people, just to Outschool. So
I have a question. If you go back to the Outschool classes page,
right.
So under there, like under the math section, I can see that like all 4 of the ones that are visible right there are mine. Is there, I guess, maybe like some etiquette about like how many pins I should be making or not making? Should I make them for do you make them for every single class, or do you just do like a smattering of the classes that you want to like get out there?
Right. Yours look great, by the way.
Thanks.
No, I think my goal is to have all of my classes on there at least once. I mean, more than once if I feel like making different graphics. I haven't had time to
Okay.
do it, but I really think the more visible that we could make this thing, the better. And,
Okay.
that's just, I kind of feel like that about everything. As far as marketing, I mean, the more exposure you get, the better. And so, yeah, post as many as you want. They're just in order based on who like noticed
Repin,
already,
yeah.
like whoever pins them on there. I feel like more so people would find them based on the hashtags or based on the descriptions than coming to this particular board. So
Okay.
I don't actually think it matters like how many of your classes are in a row.
Okay.
And I'm really laid back about this, so I don't want to put any rules into it. Just whoever wants to do it as much as you want to do it, and just do it like that.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah. So, and any other questions about Pinterest?
Hi,
I
girl. I just hopped in late. Sorry.
Okay. Hi.
I didn't see the post with the link. So can we pin things and then you end up pinning them to yours if we tag them a certain way? Or I'm sorry I'm late and I missed that part.
Oh no, you're fine. I posted a link. If you can see up here where it says like the 44 right here, that's how many teachers are like part of this board now, even though it's my board.
Okay.
So if you, I don't know if you already have or not, but if you haven't, there is the link in the teachers group. You can join it and then you post to the board just as I do. So yeah, so you'll have as much control over. I mean, I was just telling them all these sections right here, I did not create. I don't think I maybe created 2 of them. So yeah, so teachers can get on and do it. I mean, I just opened this up for everybody. So yeah.
Okay. I'm not a Pinterest expert yet, and so
Right.
it, and get, I mean, I used to pin a lot of stuff just for me.
Right, repinning things, yeah.
Yeah, I've never done it as a marketing tool.
Right, right. Well, I just was showing how to do it, and I am recording this, and I am going to post it. So yeah, that'll be there. I can do another one there because actually I did a fake one because I picked one of the classes I don't even have listed anymore. So let me redo it, and I'll just show you one more time like how to do it. So up here in this, so you'll go onto your account. If you join my board, then you'll be able to post here just like I do. But if you just do it on your own, you can repin it to mine as well, whichever way is easier. But there is a red circle right here with the white kind of cross in there, and you click that, and then you just do create pin. And then right here where it says drag and drop your image, this is where I suggest that you do a Canva image or whatever graphic program you use. I just think Canva is the simplest. That's what I use. So I'm just going to pick one. I'm going to try to pick a class that's actually running this time. Hang on, and try to do better here. Okay, so there is. I made that in Canva, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that in a minute. But Canva is really neat because it will already have the dimensions for you, so you don't even have to do any guesswork. I'll show you in a minute on Canva, but it'll make it the way that you need it. And then I go to my classes here on Outschool. Hang on a second, let me find it. And I use the title and the description straight from my class listing, just because I want it to be cohesive. So I'll just copy and paste it. Oops, and then I'm gonna go back here and just type that title in. And then I go back and I'm just gonna click on my description here and go back to Pinterest and just use that. So everything is the same, and I was telling them I just think it's really good to be able to have one little packaged class that you're doing, so it's not like I just want it to be as cohesive as possible for myself. And then I use hashtags, and just going to use these right now: Outschool, unschooling, online education, learning, homeschool. And oh, I forgot something a minute ago. This is what you guys want to do. I didn't do this on my last one. This is important. Okay, you want to add your class link. I didn't do that before.
Homeschool is spelled wrong, so fix homeschool real quick.
There you go. Thanks, babe. All right, there we go. All right, so what I didn't do on the last one, because I forgot, down here it says add destination link, and I just posted the link to my class. So try to do that too. Otherwise, I mean, they could look you up, but you want to take them right to it. So yeah, so then that's all you do, and then you just do publish, and it will ask you. I have a ton of boards. I told you I'm like crazy about Pinterest, so so I'm just going to go to where it says Outschool courses, and if you want to categorize it into one of these, you can. And then there you go. Now it is creating the pin. And you can repin this. Actually, what I do sometimes too is you don't want to promote it, so just ignore that. But what I like to do is repin it to a different one of my own boards, and that way it just kind of gets more. So if you guys want to do that too, if you make one under my board, repin it to something else, like if you have one, because again, the more repins, the better. And that kind of leads me to talking a little bit about algorithms too. So we'll get there.
How do you repin?
Okay, good question. All right, so let's go back to the board here. Let's see, I might have to reload it. Let me reload it, make sure my pin is going to be there. And let's see, it should be there. There they are. All right, so you just kind of click on it here, and you can just kind of pick what other board you want it on.
Oh, okay.
So like you just hit save, and now it's saved where it says save to therapeutic interventions. Now it's saved to both. It would look a little bit different, I think, for you guys doing it to your own one, maybe, because I'm not sure, because I pinned from my board to my board, but either way, it'll be the same thing. It'll be up here in this little section, in the little drop down. So yeah, so that's how you do a pin. And just a quick note about algorithms in general: the more something is repinned, the more something is shared, The more something is commented on, the more something is liked, the more it's going to be shown, the more people will see it, then it kind of, that's how things snowball. So like if you repin it once and then someone else repins it, that's 2 repins, you know what I mean? That's better than 1, that's better than none. So I'm going to try to go back and kind of up my Pinterest game also. So any other Pinterest questions while we are on Pinterest?
I have another one. Because I don't use Pinterest, and anyone can answer this. Jamie, I know you've been talking for a while, so if you're getting tired, but because I don't personally use Pinterest, except for like I just created my Pinterest account for this purpose, I guess I don't really understand entirely how someone uses it. Like, what would this look like if somebody is a Pinterest user? What does it look like from their perspective? Like they go to Pinterest and do they type in hashtags?
Okay, so like when you first go to Pinterest, this is what my board looks like. So y'all know all the stuff I've been searching lately. It's things like this, kind of random things. I was trying to do a Stitch Fix board, so I was looking up fashion stuff, and then there's some mental health stuff, there's some oil stuff. So this is just all the kinds of stuff that people search for. But yeah, up here there's a search bar. So like somebody could just search homeschool, and there's so many different things, and some people, I mean, you can literally find anything on Pinterest. It is, if you want to go down rabbit holes, like go to Pinterest because everything is there. But yeah, so a lot of people that would be homeschooling or, and that's why I like to use homeschooling, unschooling, anything like that, because those tags, would eventually bring up your classes. Or maybe they're searching for, ADHD type stuff. Then, maybe they're looking to do it on their own. They're like, okay, I think, my kid might be struggling a little bit with ADHD. I'm going to get on Pinterest and see if there's anything. And then my class might come up, and then they might be like, oh, okay, there's a class. Let me go to this and check it out. And then it might be an enrollment, or it might be a save for later. Like for math.
Search for, Sorry, your audio
Yeah.
dropped out. I didn't realize you were still talking.
No, my internet was having issues. But no, I was just saying, like, if someone is searching something just for information purposes, and then a class comes up, then they could be like, oh, well, what is this? I've never heard of Outschool. Let me go check this out. And then it could just open up all kinds of doors for somebody. So that's kind of, the way that somebody would use Pinterest. Am I still? Hang on a minute.
Okay.
Okay, am I back now?
Okay, yes.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the connection.
So when you searched homeschool, all the things that were at the top, are those the ones that have been repinned the most often, commented on the most often, like those things that you just mentioned?
These colored things up here?
No. Just like the very first, like if you scroll up, like
yes.
Would homeschool planning secrets and hacks, is that like the most popular pin in that category? Okay.
Probably for the moment. I wouldn't say probably ever. It's ever changing, but yeah, that's probably something that has been, and you could think about it too. You see planners, you see routines, because why? Because everybody's searching those things now because school's starting back. So yeah, this is probably what's been the most active probably for the last hour. So I mean, it's ever changing, but that's what I'm saying, like the more you get on here, the more even try different hashtags, try a different graphic, try different things. Like that's what I'm saying, put as much on there as you want to or as you can, because you are fighting with thousands of other millions probably of other pins. And so yes, that's what I'm saying, like the more I can get people on here, the better. So yeah, and it's ever changing. I mean, algorithms, they drive business people crazy in general because it's hard to figure out. They're always changing, and people's searches are always changing. They're changing their rules. Facebook's notorious for changing all the time. Yeah, I used to work for a marketing company, and we would do a lot of stuff with Pinterest, and yeah, it was just so irritating because they were changing stuff all the time, and we would have to change everything we were doing because of what they did, and it's just hard to catch up with. But yeah, Pinterest is a hard, it's overwhelming, and it's different than anything else out there. So it definitely is a learning curve. I think I first discovered Pinterest probably like 10 years ago, and I had no idea. I'm like, what is this? What is a pin? Like, what is this? So I totally, I understand the confusion, but really the more you get on there and just kind of look at it and figure it out, it'll make more sense. But definitely a good start with just learning how to create your own pins, I think.
So quick question. I bopped over to Canva. I've never used Canva before.
Mm-hmm.
And so I pulled up a template. So yours had, oh, I guess you were doing yours when you actually published it to Pinterest. It wasn't
Right.
when you were creating it. Okay,
right.
never mind.
I'm going to show, that's the next thing I'll do, is just kind of give a quick overview of how to use Canva. But actually, I'm going to just show you guys, like the other things that I do, and then how you can use Canva for that. So let me share again here. Hang on a second.
Sorry, my dog.
My dogs are like right here, and I'm like, I am so shocked they haven't barked yet. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys my Facebook page a little bit and talk about that just really quick. So this is my Facebook page. It doesn't get a ton, well, like this video was popular, but most of it doesn't get a ton. I think I've got like 100 and some likes, but Facebook is really great. If you can get all your likes up and everything. So I use this just about, Christy had the best post about that the other day. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it's in the group, where she was just kind of talking about how to use it, and you can schedule out posts. So I just definitely think like it's free to do a Facebook page for your business. So as far as I'm concerned, like, why wouldn't you do it? It doesn't really take that long. I don't really spend a lot of time on it. The way that I use it is, well, this is just a video I actually did for one of my beekeeping classes, and I just posted it here. But mostly I just reshare things that I ran across just on my daily scrolling that I'm like, oh, this is educational, or oh, this could be cool. And then you want to try to ask a question for engagement. And I always share, this is like one of Christy's, videos, and I just shared on here, and like a random owl thing, which I thought was cute. So, I mean, whatever you want to post on there, but I do then every now and then, promote one of my classes. Or if I ever see that Outschool, promote it one of mine, I'll share it. So that's kind of how I use Facebook. I've had a few, at least a handful of parents contact me on here. So I do know, even though I don't have a huge following like on Facebook, people are finding stuff still, with using Facebook. So I would say that's definitely, if you want to do the bare minimum of marketing, I would do Facebook, definitely. It's so simple to set up, and really easy just to reshare things. So that was that. And then Instagram, I've had a lot of success with Instagram, and I don't like using Instagram as much. I don't know why. I just like have to force myself to get on here, but this one has been, a lot of people find me through Instagram, and I don't even have like 222 followers. It's not a ton, but I think because I'm always using hashtags and stuff like that, like I've had parents message me, or like even comment on these, like, oh, I want to take this class, or oh, that sounds awesome, and then they'll message me about like how to take the class. So I definitely think, and what you could do is you can hook your Instagram to your Facebook page. So then you're only posting once still. Like you post one of these pictures and it's going to go to your Facebook also, along with the caption. And then I also have a Twitter, and I don't know if y'all read my other thing, but I don't really do a whole lot with Twitter. Sometimes I'll hop on, like those were August, April, and then before that was March. Like, I mean, I rarely get on here, but that's kind of an untapped market. I would love for somebody to do that on Twitter and see if they were successful. But those are just those. But the reason I'm showing you that is to show you how you can use Canva. So now I'm over here on Canva. I know I'm going kind of fast. So you create your account here on Canva. It's just a free one I use. And then they have, if you can see here, Twitter header, YouTube channel art, YouTube thumbnail, Facebook event label, They have everything, and it's already to the right dimensions, which is why it's so amazing. Tumblr graphic here, Facebook app ad, Twitter post, Instagram post, Facebook cover. Now this is the one that you guys want to look for right here, is Pinterest graphic. And see, it's already, I'm pointing with my finger. Hey, y'all can't see that. Hang on. It's already the right dimension. So when you create this Pinterest graphic, or if you want to do a Facebook post or whatever it is you're trying to do, it's going to come up where you don't have to resize it or anything. Oops. If that makes sense. So that's why I love Canva, because there's so many options. And if you look down here, these are just ones that I've done before. And you'll see most of these either on my Facebook or on Pinterest. And then I've also done, like, this is where I do my certificate of completions as well. So basically, to do it, it's super simple. You just click on, like I just clicked on Pinterest, and you see you have all these options. Like, it's amazing. You can even upload your own, but do you see how they're already basically done for you, and they look professional, and that's why I love it. And so, but you have to look, not all of them are free. See right there where it says free, and see this one doesn't? So that one is going to try to make you pay, and they're not very expensive. They're like $1, but I don't pay for anything. So all of the marketing I do is free. I'm just going to put that out there. I never ever pay for ads. I never pay for anything. I just use hashtags and I hope for the best. But so I always look for free. Not everything is free. Make sure it pops up as free. But let's say we do this one, and then you can just go through and customize it to whatever you want. And whatever. I always try to put now enrolling, just so they know this is something they can sign up for. You know what I'm saying? There. Okay, so, and you can, like I said, you can add your own pictures. You can really play around with it. You could spend a lot of time on it if you have it. I try not to, but, and then when you're done, there's a little arrow up here. You can also publish to Pinterest. I like to save it because I like to use it for Instagram and stuff too. And then you just download it. And so, yeah, and then it's ready to go when you create your pin. Ooh, that reminded me of something else I wanted to show you guys. On Instagram, I have where I have done courses, and I use my what I've done before and just have them up there. So like when people go to your profile, they can see, everything that you're offering. So I just think that's neat. And I would also, if you're going to do anything with Instagram, I know I'm talking a lot. My husband and daughter are going to get home in a little while, so I'm trying to get through this. But anyways, always try to use stories, and on Facebook, try to go live, because those are things that really, really get that engagement up. So those are some things people love: stories on Instagram and Facebook live videos.
I have a quick question, really quick. On the on Canva, when I get a Google picture and I put it in there, you know how like on PowerPoint you can click color and the background goes away. I noticed I haven't found a thing on there for the free version, right, that does that. You kind of have to find like a PNG. Is that the deal?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to pay for it, you can get more of the premium features, but I try to find, when I'm looking, like I kind of know in my head what class I'm doing, what I'm looking for, and I just try to find something that looks cohesive enough, or actually if I can find something that can make sense for my class, like if I'm doing anxiety and it's the ocean, okay, that's a stretch, but that can work. Minimal work on my part, but it still looks like a really nice graphic. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't have enough time to put a lot of time into it, and I'm not going to put any money into it. So that's kind of, that's kind of like the way that I'm looking at it. And that's why, like, I don't want it just to be about me. Like, I'm trying to get other people doing it too, because I don't have time to do all the marketing myself either. So I just feel like the more teachers that are putting stuff out there, I mean, you're putting the Outschool brand out there, and if people go to the Outschool website, I mean, your class might come up, you know what I mean? Or like maybe they came for math and then they see that there's an anxiety class. Well, it's a win-win for both of us. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just trying to think about how to get rid of the background. That's all. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, let me share again. I'll see if I can figure out what you're talking about. I am definitely not a Canva expert. Hold on. So like this background right here you're talking about.
If I go to Google and I get a picture of just a happy face or whatever, and it ends up having those squares, or it has like a color background, like in PowerPoint, you can click on it and get rid of the background and it's just the graphic.
Right. Okay.
That's the only question.
I was gonna try, I might have a picture that I can upload real quick and see if I can do it. So, all right, so to do your own pictures, you just drag and drop, right? And so already had it up here. All right, so let's say I'm gonna remove that. Did you mean just like how to fill in the whole thing?
So like if I didn't want, just say that one's a good one, but if I didn't want the red, and you know, you can click it and get rid of
Oh,
that.
I see what you're saying.
But I don't think you can on the free one. I
No.
don't use the free one too. So
Do you know what you might do in that case? What I would try, I don't know if this would work, but I would try to create whatever you're trying to create on Google, screenshot it, the whole thing, and then put it on Canva as like the way you want it. Do you know what I mean? And then like try to fit it in. And it might with like a different type of design, it might actually fit perfectly because they're all different sizes. So, you know, or you can even, I think with Google, you can even customize the size, you know, that you want it, or you can go in and resize stuff. That could be something, I mean, that would take more time than I would usually do, but there's probably workarounds, or there's probably a way to do it, but I'm not an expert on Canva. I just do the bare minimum on there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Microsoft Paint might also, or like some sort of graphic, I don't know.
Right.
I had a question about, you mentioned like how you like to put in like now enrolling or something like that.
Right.
Are there other like phrases, like I'm trying to not riddle my graphics with text, but I am tempted to do that because I want to like be like, it's on Outschool, it's live, it's one-time session, you know, like I'm trying to like give as much information in the image.
What I would say with that, I could probably think about the catchphrases you're talking about. I always just do now enrolling or enroll now or check us out now. But with Pinterest especially, the more people love text heavy graphics on Pinterest. Like if you just are kind of scrolling on Pinterest, people love that. Like the infographics are awesome, you know? So I don't even know that that's a deterrent for Pinterest. Maybe Facebook, you know, I would stay away from that, you know, maybe a picture and like a couple words, and then in your descriptions, because people read descriptions, you know, on Facebook or like whatever captions you're doing. So it just depends on like the social media outlet you're looking at. But Pinterest, definitely, I wouldn't worry about words on your graphics. People love that. Yeah.
Cool.
And then one other thing I wanted to say about Facebook pages, we had kind of talked about this in our veterans meeting that I did, which is kind of how this all came about with me even like sharing this because they were interested in what I was saying the other day. But when you do Facebook, I think Christy was asking like, is it a such thing as posting too much on Facebook? Like I don't want to post and like turn people off because I'm posting too much. I think my dogs are about to bark. Okay, no, maybe not. I thought my daughter was home, but there's an ad on the Pandora that I was listening to. Okay, so ignore that. All right, back to what I was saying. You can't really post too much for the most part. And I was saying, like, they have found with algorithms for Facebook, especially, if you show up every day and you post every day, Facebook's going to recognize you as, and I assume this is for everything else, but I know for Facebook, Facebook's going to be like, oh, okay, this is somebody that is reliable, that is loyal, that has something to say, you know, that is interesting, and they're going to show you more to other people. So if and I don't do this as much as I should, especially the summer, I kind of fell off the wagon a little bit, but I'm trying to get back. Post at least once a day for things, and not Pinterest, but like Pinterest if you want to, but Instagram, Facebook especially, try to post every day. And it's a lot easier for me on Facebook because I'm on there a lot anyway. So just sharing things or posting something of mine or just like a random thought or whatever is easier. But that's definitely gonna, you know, get your posts shown more to people, just in the news feed, you know. So I don't think you can overpost or you can overdo something. I think the only like social media that people don't like for you to post a lot is Instagram. And I think even for Instagram, it's like once a day is good, but like 10 times a day is not, you know? So, and of course, I don't think any of us would do that anyway. So that is the other thought that I was saying. And I had a couple of these,
on Facebook, it's really nice if you can just set aside an hour and then just schedule a whole bunch of posts.
Right.
And then you don't have to worry about it for like a couple weeks, really. Do that every couple weeks and just schedule out something every day.
Right.
And it makes it way easier.
And that's a great idea. And that is how I do when I do my classes, like, because I don't like to post about my classes every day because I don't want it to seem like that's all I'm there for. I want to share other good content, but that's what I do. I maybe once or twice a month, I go through and schedule out where I do my classes. I think last time I did it was like twice a week where one of my classes would show up. And then other than that, it's just, I scroll and, I do a lot of, I homeschool my daughter too. So I do a lot of like educational searching on Facebook. So, I follow pages and stuff and I just share things every day, so that's kind of how I go about it. That's a really good tip. Yeah. Schedule out like your own posts and then you can share other stuff, throughout the day or week or whatever. So yeah, that's great. And then I'm going to share this because this kind of let me share this again. I found these on Pinterest, oddly enough, just ways to market your online business. And I haven't even read through most of these. I was just finding them while we were waiting for people to come up, like, and this is just giving you ideas of stuff you can post, I guess, but like remind people who you are, how you got started. I mean, yeah, okay, that's probably more if you're like a blogger or something, but ask a question is a really good one. That's just, it's opening it up for engagement. So always try to ask someone's thought or opinion, because if one person comments or whatever, like that's going to show it to somebody else, so share things. Okay, a lot of these we're not going to do, but share a tip. Yeah, that's a good one. Share a blog post you wrote. Okay. So I should have screened these before doing this. A lot of these aren't going to work. Motivational Monday, a Tuesday tip, Wednesday wisdom, Throwback Thursday. I mean, yeah, all of those are cool things you could do, if you really wanted to put time into it. And I can't even read those. There we go. SEO. Okay, so SEO is the hashtags. That's what, if you ever hear anybody say SEO, that's what it means. It means basically searchable content. So keywords, hashtags, optimizing. Yeah, so that's kind of what that is. And that's number one here because it is the most important. Create a social media presence profile. So that's what I was saying, why not? Why not? It's free. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't post that much, like I went through a stage, like I said, this summer, I don't think I posted on Instagram, but like twice, but I still had people, like finding stuff that I had posted a while back with the hashtags. Let's see. Okay. Get on Facebook Live. Yeah, that's a good way to, build your presence. I could post something about this in the classroom because I need to go over those again. But I thought I was like, yeah, I'm going to share this, but they're not all going to work for us. So scratch that idea. So anyways, is there any other questions that we could chat about for the last couple minutes?
Questions? Thanks so much for doing this.
Yeah. Well, Julie was talking about maybe doing something like a webinar, for teachers. So considering there's so much to talk about, I think that might be a cool thing to do, even to get together every now and then, where y'all could give me ideas too. I know this is more about Pinterest, but, I think it was fun. It was fun to chat with you guys. If y'all have any other questions, if we don't get back on here any other time, you can just ask it in the group too, and I can hop on with it, whatever. So
I'm about to hop on a plane tomorrow for a few weeks, and I'm going to have a lot of plane time. So I'm about to blow up Pinterest. I'm going to make so many Canva things.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Use the hashtags. And if you have any questions about anything, like I can even do like a quick video showing you how to do something if you have a question or whatever. Yeah, that's so great. Well, I hope you have a good trip. Yeah, and y'all don't worry about over posting. It's not just my board. I just want this to be for everybody. So like post as much as you can. That's what I'm gonna say.
Can I ask one more question?
Mm-hmm.
So because I didn't really know like what hashtags were,
right.
Those other ones that I made, I didn't include anything. Can I go back and edit a pin and like put stuff back into it? Will it be relatively intuitive? It'll just say like edit.
I think, hold on. I I can't even tell you right off the bat because it's been a while since I did it, but let's just look real quick. All right, hold on. Of course, it's going to take me a while to get back to the board. All right, I don't want to promote anything. Always ignore when it's telling you tomorrow. Yeah, I just clicked on it, and then let's see. Okay, up here, I'd imagine this. Yep, edit this pen. Yep, there it is. Okay. Well, still, that's just telling me to do the board. Hang on. No. Oh, nope, I just clicked. Whoops, sorry. Every time I'm trying to click the little zoom bar is like right where I was trying to click it. So, all right, get off there. Stop that. Okay, let me try this again because that wasn't what you wanted actually.
But when you hovered over it, then a little pencil showed up in the other page too. Like if you go back one step, and then do you see how there's a little pencil there?
That's the same thing.
It's still a thing. Huh.
Well, let's see if you can't edit it. Let me try one other thing. Yeah, that's weird. I really would have thought there's probably a way to do it, and I'm just like not figuring. Can I just write right here? No, just tried to type. That's weird. Well, you know what? You could just repin them.
Or if I added a comment to my own, could I just throw a hashtag in the comment? Would that?
That would be worth trying. I'm gonna figure out how to edit this thing because I can't imagine that they wouldn't let you edit a pin that you've done. Yeah. That doesn't make any sense to me. So
I've done that. I don't remember how.
Yeah, I feel like I've done it before, and I don't know why I can't do it now. So yeah, I have no idea. I'm gonna get back to you on that, and
I'll explore too.
Yeah, that's so weird. I have no idea. Huh. Yeah, so that'll be my mission to figure that out. But yeah, I do the comment. I think that would probably be effective, and then just repin it. It. Leave the other one up. Doesn't matter. Just repin it. Yeah. So.
Awesome.
Okay. All right. Well, I am gonna hop off here because when they get back, my dogs are gonna go crazy. So, all right. Well, thank you guys for showing up, and I had fun chatting with y'all, and maybe we can do this again sometime. So,
awesome.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.